state. It hasn't done as badly as most predicted. The NC also is not getting wiped out. It's leading in 16. So if you look at those numbers, a government could be BJP, PDP. Also a government possibly could be Congress, PDP, with others playing a crucial role. And you could even have an NC-BJP government. So all options are still open in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Jharkhand, much easier to predict, because in Jharkhand it's clear that it is the BJP. Look at it, 39 at the moment, just too short of that halfway mark of 41. Not doing as well as it did in the general election when it swept the state. Many local leaders of the BJP are facing reverses there at the moment. The JMM is a surprise packet. Hemant Soren, 21 seats, that's up 3. Congress is 9 in alliance with the RJD and JDU. JVM of Babulal Marandi is 7. Others are 5. So the BJP could well even do a Ghar Wapsi with Babulal Marandi if it wanted to have an even more stable government. But clearly advantage BJP in the state of Jharkhand. Will it cross that halfway mark of 41 is the critical question that we will answer. But more critically, who will form the government in Jammu and Kashmir? All my panelists are here and they've been with us since this morning. And I can tell you this is one of those days where the match is not over. There's still plenty to be talked about, because we still don't know the shape of the government in these two states at the moment. Clearly, Jammu and Kashmir is what will hold our attention at the moment. And I want to just give our viewers a sense of why Jammu and Kashmir is so fascinating at the moment. Because take a look at the breakdown between Jammu and Kashmir, what has happened. In Jammu at the moment, the BJP is leading in 24. So all its 24 seats are coming from the Jammu region at the moment. The Congress is leading in 7. And this is, we are told, in Doda, Kishtwar, they are getting a few seats. The National Conference is down to 3. So they're getting swept out really in Jammu. And PDP, which was doing well initially in Jammu, is now leading only in 2 in Jammu, others in 1. I want to check whether that is Panthers party or Bhim Singh. We'll check if that is the case, but we are not sure of that. Jammu, as far as Kashmir Valley goes, take a look at the numbers. Here, clearly, it's the Congress, which is the dominant party. Sorry, the PDP, which is the dominant party, is leading in 22. So the PDP, the dominant party of the valley, but neither the Congress or the NC have been wiped out. Congress leading in 7, NC in 13. And the BJP is now down to 0. In postal ballots, the BJP was leading in half a dozen seats. It's now down to 0 in the valley. The final region, of course, Ladakh, and we don't want to miss out on Ladakh either. The Congress is doing well. Maybe the Congress is going to become a party of Ladakh sooner or later, because it's leading in 3 of the 4 seats. It has found some hope in Ladakh. The Congress has found Buddhist Ladakh to be the land where it might get some succor in the year 2014. A bad year for the Congress. I'm being wicked. I'm being wicked.
Even in the valley, the Congress is +4. They've actually done better in the valley than the
I'm not going to be wicked, because I'm trying to be Santa Claus for the Congress just ahead of Christmas, suggesting that Ladakh is the place where it can build itself up from. Joining me now, 2 more guests. Anuradha Bhasin is back with us of the Kashmir Times. Rahil Khurshid, who is looks at politics at Twitter, is with us and is a proud Kashmiri. Joins us at the moment. Rahil, fascinating result coming up from your state at the moment. A 4-way split, but importantly, in the valley, a 3-way split. Now, how is this going to play out? We've been discussing the possibility of a BJP-PDP government. Do you see that happening? 24 BJP, 24 PDP, 3 years of Jitendra Singh and 3 years of Mufti Mohammad Saeed. Why can't that government happen? No, you go first. Come on, Rahil, go first.
Well, that's a distinct possibility at this point in time. You see the results.
You see it a possibility?
I do see it as a possibility.
You see Mufti Mohammad Saeed reaching out to Narendra Modi?
I do, yeah. I see that as a possibility. I say this because they've been in alignment with the Congress in an earlier term on pretty similar arrangements.
Yes.
And now with the results coming the way they are, PDP and BJP might just get together and form.
You don't see that leading to tension on the ground, the fact that you have a so-called Hindu BJP and a Muslim PDP, given the way the results are panning out, the BJP making no gains in the valley, the PDP also losing out in Jammu?
I do see it, like for example, for the PDP's home base in the valley, it might create some issues, but as long as both the parties are able to come to an agreement with respect to what the government will look like, and if it reflects the aspirations of both the provinces, all 3 provinces actually, I see
you don't rule it out. Anuradha Bhasin, you seem more skeptical of a BJP-PDP government. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's not possible?
I mean, anything is possible in politics.
Yes.
But what will be the repercussions of such a possibility is something we all need to think about. One, as I said,
both parties dilute their strong ideological agendas and work together on a common minimum program.
I don't see any common minimum program. I mean, even the development agenda of the BJP has been very different. And as you mentioned earlier in one of your segments, it's all about getting the corporates and everything, and that ultimately is in absolute antagonism to what the local aspirations are. It is opposite to what land reforms brought in. You know, you bring in special economic zones and all, and you're actually taking away the land from the people that was given to them about 6 decades back. Now, one major problem that will happen in Kashmir, if PDP is getting the mandate, the PDP has not been given the mandate to go and join with the BJP. And in Kashmir, BJP is an unacceptable party.
I'm sorry to intervene. I want to tell my producer we should super Anuradha Bhasin as Kashmiri Times so that people understand why we are getting a Jammu perspective in the program. But go ahead, you wanted to make a point.
I mean, I think Mufti should also go back to 1987. When at one level, you know, a lot of PDP leaders have been saying Mufti should go ahead and talk with Modi. Yes, indeed, he needs to talk to Modi because Modi is the Prime Minister of India. At the end of the day, there is a need for a Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir and Prime Minister of New Delhi to have a working relationship. But that working relationship is different from an official alliance with a party within the state.
Okay, you're making an important point. You're making a distinction between a working relationship and an official. I'll come back to that. But, you know, between a working relationship and an official alliance, that Mufti Mohammad Saeed, if he becomes Chief Minister, will need a working relationship with Narendra Modi, but will it be an official alliance is the question. Listen to JP Nadda, what he is saying of the BJP, someone who's been handling that state in the past. Let's listen to what JP Nadda has to say. Go to JP Nadda, but Narasimha Rao, GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP joining us. Mr. Narasimha Rao, are you seeing this at the moment in Kashmir as Jammu and Kashmir as a victory or a slight letdown? Because you haven't got the kind of seats that you wanted. You wanted 44, you are ending up more with 24, 25.
No, I would consider this a victory, Rajdev, because it's the only BJP whose tally in this election is increasing substantially. Every other party is either stagnant at the number like the PDP, or every other party has dropped the number of seats that they had in the outgoing assembly. So in that sense, it's certainly the best performance goes to the BJP. When we came up with this Mission 44, we were all aware, we were aware that this was a very difficult challenge. Right. And not one moment we felt this was easy to really bag the number of seats that we were targeting.
So how will
but certainly we were hoping to
do you want to now get into power sharing?
Tally.
Do you want to get into power sharing?
Sorry?
Do you see an official alliance? Do you see an official alliance with Mufti Mohammad Saeed or with an Omar Abdullah now?
Rajdev, I am hoping that there would be parties willing to really support, extend support, like we have seen in Maharashtra, a state closer to your heart. Yes. So certainly BJP will want to head the government. BJP will want to form the government for the first time in Jammu and Kashmir. Right. And now let's see, we have many parties which might want to extend support, because I don't see any possibility of a government without the BJP, in it. Okay. And it would be a travesty if after 65% people of Jammu and Kashmir have voted, we don't have a government in Jammu and Kashmir. So certainly I think the momentum is with the BJP, and I expect many parties to really come forward and support a BJP-led government in Jammu and Kashmir.
A BJP chief minister, are you okay with that, Rahul Khurshid? It could be historical. The other way to look at it, if the Congress could have 3 years of the Congress.
No, I'm talking about BJP-led.
Yeah, no, you are talking about BJP-led government, but you could have what happened in between 2002 and 8, 3 years of Ghulam Nabi Azad, 3 years of Mufti Mohammad Saeed. Now, as I said, you have 3 years of the Congress and 3 years of the BJP, 3 years of the BJP and 3 years of the PDP. What's wrong with that?
I mean, it's for the parties to decide.
No, but do you believe the Kashmiri people will accept that? Or are the analysts in the studio who've been cautioning against that people who are in some ways with frozen mindsets?
Well, you know, it really depends on how the post-poll numbers, post-election numbers stack up and what arrangement the parties, the parties...
Would the people of Kashmir be okay with the BJP chief minister? I'm asking you again.
I can't speak for the people of Kashmir.
Would you be okay? Would the young of Kashmir, I'm asking you, would the young of Kashmir be willing to live with the idea of
I'm not so young.
Yeah.
No, the idea of a BJP chief minister for Kashmir, what's the problem with that? Why is there this antipathy to the idea of a BJP chief minister for Kashmir?
See, as I said, that if both the parties decide that there will be an arrangement between the two of the parties in a post-poll scenario where the numbers stack up in a way that one party basically leads for 3 years, another party leads for another 3, that's what will happen.
Yeah, so you're playing it very safe. I'm still asking whether there is antipathy.
I'm going by the facts.
No, but is there antipathy on the ground to the idea of a BJP chief minister? I'm unable to understand why there should be antipathy.
Rajdeep, I'm unable to understand why you're unable to understand.
No, because of Congress.
No, hold on. Rajdeep, the politics and election is about numbers, but numbers also reflect politics, numbers reflect ideology, numbers reflect campaigns. If the BJP is going to have a minimum program, a common minimum program, they said the question of abrogation of Article 370 is off the radar for all time to come, or at least give a moratorium for 20 years, and a whole lot of other things that the BJP is willing to do that, which the BJP will not be. And you are seeing yourself in the last 1 month what the BJP and RSS leaders have talked. They're proclaiming India to be a Hindu Rashtra, and you expect people in the Kashmir Valley to embrace the BJP.
No, the BJP embrace.
No, so the BJP has
political reality is that these
you're talking about the arithmetical reality.
Okay, that's a good point. You're making a distinction between arithmetical reality and what you're saying is the political reality on the ground.
Let us not forget the fragility of
Kashmir as a place.
You know, you want to convince Manini Chatterjee and Anuradha Bhasin, they're both being skeptical. They're saying don't look at an arithmetical reality. There's another reality which is a political reality. You cannot talk of a Hindu Rashtra. You cannot talk of making India into a Hindu state by 2021 and abrogating Article 370 and yet expect, as GVL Narasimha Rao is saying, that we expect one of the Valley parties to support us. It won't happen.
What is of
Are you willing to change yourself?
What is of importance is that whichever is the party that comes to power in J&K, they have to give a good government.
No, you're not answering my question. Can you talk of a Hindu Rashtra in Delhi and expect to be heading a Muslim majority state? Straight, direct answer I'm asking.
No, I don't see Jammu and Kashmir as a Muslim majority state.
That is the reality.
I look at Jammu and Kashmir as a state which needs a good government. And if the BJP is in a position to give a good government, and if PDP and NC are really interested in providing a good government to that state, the call has to be taken by these two political parties.
Okay. That's Narasimha Rao. Let me try with Narasimha Rao. Mr. Narasimha Rao, can you talk the language of Hindu Rashtra in Delhi and expect to be, as you are saying, invited or supported by one of the Valley parties in a Muslim majority Valley? How will they support you if you talk of a Hindu Rashtra in Delhi?
Come on, Rajdeep. I think the Prime Minister has not made such a statement.
Not yet.
The government has not made such an announcement. I think you cannot attribute this to the government at the center or to the BJP. I think we have been a part of government even in Jammu and Kashmir earlier. And for the first time, we think the numbers are on our side. And we think morally, ethically, it is only the BJP which has really the numbers really to head a government in Jammu and Kashmir.
Well, at the moment with these numbers, you could even have a PDP Congress government. Let's be clear. At the moment, you could have a PDP Congress government, but you're not answering my question. How will you overcome the trust deficit?
Rajdeep, I throw this challenge back on you. It is the other way around.
Just a minute.
If PDP emerges as the single largest party, is the PDP ready to go to NC? Is the PDP ready to go to the Congress?
Yes.
Can they still form a government? They cannot. They are still falling short of the numbers. They are still falling short of the numbers.
They are falling short of the numbers.
They are still falling short of the numbers.
26 and 16, we are 42.
Forget that. They are still falling short of the numbers.
I'm going to ask
Therefore, you are going to patch up.
Yes.
You are going to get these independents.
Yes.
You are going to get all these people put together.
You were just talking about those independents.
Or you are going to reach out to the BJP and set a new political trend in this country.
Good point.
The challenge is for PDP, the challenge is for National Conference.
Can I for a moment get in Naeem Akhtar? He had spoken to us earlier. I just want to hear exactly what he had said about reaching out to the BJP, whether a PDP-BJP government can be formed. This is Naeem Akhtar, chief spokesperson of the PDP, talking to us earlier.
जम्मू कश्मीर एक बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स स्टेट है, सिचुएशन भी बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है। एक तरफ आपको जो जितने भी पॉलिटिकल प्लेयर्स हैं, एनसी और कांग्रेस के खिलाफ ये वोट है, दूसरी तरफ पीडीपी और बीजेपी इमर्ज हो गए हैं एज नंबर 1 एंड नंबर 2 पार्टीज। तो बीजेपी और पीडीपी का आइडियोलॉजिकल समीकरण कुछ ऐसा नहीं है। अच्छा। और फंडामेंटल डिफरेंसेस हैं।
लेकिन अगर वोट ही कांग्रेस और एनसी के खिलाफ आ जाता है, एनसी से तो हम समझ सकते हैं कि नहीं मैच करती है विचारधारा, लेकिन कांग्रेस के खिलाफ ही अगर वोट है और बीजेपी से परहेज है, फिर तो बहुत कम चॉइसेस हो।
कहता हूँ किसी से परहेज है, किसी क्या ये है, मैं कहता हूँ ये एक सिचुएशन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है। इसमें हमें बहुत सोच विचार करके बात करनी है और एंगेजमेंट करना है और देखना है कि जम्मू कश्मीर के जो मसले हैं, जो मुल्क के लिए एक मसला है, उससे कैसे निकले हम। तो ये मेरे ख्याल में एक हिस्टोरिक अपॉर्चुनिटी बन रही है सारे मुल्क के लिए कि दिल्ली में एक स्थिर सरकार है बीजेपी की जो कोई भी फैसला लेने में सक्षम है, और जम्मू कश्मीर में एक ऐसे लीडर आ रहे हैं जिन्होंने 2002 में दिखाया कि वो 16 सीटें लेके उन्होंने वाजपेयी से मिलके एक नया एक हिस्टोरिक चैप्टर खोला। तो वो एंगेजमेंट हो सकता है रिपीट बिटवीन मिस्टर मोदी एंड मुफ्ती मोहम्मद सईद। अगर वो हो सकता है तो मेरे ख्याल में इससे बढ़कर कोई और।
Okay, so there is a window of opportunity being offered to the BJP there by Naeem Akhtar. But interestingly, it's not just what's happening in Jammu and Kashmir. Jharkhand, there is a bit of a twist because the halfway mark in Jharkhand is 41. And we have been saying, almost proclaiming that Jharkhand will have its first majority single party government. 42 is the halfway mark. The BJP plus the AJSU is stuck at the moment at 37. So they are not crossing as of now the halfway mark. So that's the bit of a turnaround that's also taken place in the state of Jharkhand. Interesting that Jharkhand is not giving the kind of result perhaps that the BJP might have hoped for just an hour or two ago. Ravindra Rai has been waiting for us for a while, BJP president of Jharkhand. Ravindra Rai ji, ये नंबर जो आ रहा है लगता है आपको या तो बाबूलाल मरांडी की घर वापसी करने पड़ेगी या इंडिपेंडेंस को लाना पड़ेगा। किस तरह से देखते हैं अगर आपके नंबर नहीं आते, 41 नहीं आते आपके?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी बहुमत प्राप्त करेगी। ये प्रारंभिक जो रुझान है उसमें ज्यादातर इंटीरियर बूथें आती हैं जी, और उनमें बीजेपी कहीं कहीं कमजोर रहती है जी। लेकिन मैं आपको बता सकता हूं, मुझे आइडिया है यहाँ के मतदान केंद्रों के बारे में जी। भाजपा जब अंतिम 4 राउंड का
आप 41 क्रॉस करेंगे, तो आप 41 क्रॉस करेंगे आप कह रहे हैं। आपके साथ इस समय है रविशंकर प्रसाद, सीनियर लीडर ऑफ द बीजेपी, यूनियन मिनिस्टर, joining us now. Mr. Ravishankar Prasad, nice to always see you early in the morning. You don't come to our television channels as often as you used to now that you're a minister. But I want to first say, it's another good day in the office for you. You are the #1 party in Jharkhand, but not winning the big majority you had hoped for. And you're certainly nowhere close to Mission 44. So is it a good day for you or a so-so day?
First of all, Rajdeep, you never call me after I become a minister.
Okay.
Therefore, be very clear on facts.
You're too big for us now.
That's one.
Yes.
The second issue, how I see it,
yes.
For the first time after the Jharkhand state was created,
yes,
we see a stable government likely to be formed.
Yes.
I also know Jharkhand has been a part of my state of Bihar.
Yes.
The BJP will, I have campaigned there extensively. We will get a comfortable majority there. I would like to just give a comparative analysis. You may recall, Rajdeep, when the Lok Sabha election was there,
yes,
in Bihar, we were stuck on 24-25.
Yes.
And when the final results came, we crossed 30. You know that? Which
yes,
I always said. They will have patience for Jharkhand till the last moment. That's the first thing I would like to say.
Okay.
The second, as far as Jammu Kashmir is concerned, we ultimately have given the best performance in the Jansang days from 1951 itself. And therefore, that by itself is indeed an extraordinary achievement.
Yes.
And the BJP and PDP being together, that is a great indication of that.
Are you saying there'll be a BJP-PDP government? Is that what you're looking forward to, a BJP-PDP government?
I did not say that, Rajdeep. When you talked of Mission 44,
yes,
I only said that as the indications are on your channel also, BJP and PDP are together. But yes, one thing I would like to flag today. Yesterday there was a big dharna of a so-called Janta Parivar. Where is the Janta of that Janta Parivar in Jammu and Kashmir or Jharkhand in particular? I would like to know from you, because I don't see the eloquence of Lalu Prasad or the intellect of Nitish Kumar or the aggression of Sharad Yadav finding the least echo with the people of Jharkhand.
But can I ask you, and this is, before you start blaming me for this question, Manini Chatterjee raised it. She said that in the in the general election, the BJP was leading in 54 assembly segments of Jharkhand. You're not doing as well as that in this election. In Jammu and Kashmir, you are leading in 30 plus of the segments during the general election. You're not doing as well as that. Are you seeing some, and you are not breaking your duck in the valley? Are these sobering factors for you, or are you still in this mood where the lotus is going to bloom across from Kashmir to Kanyakumari?
First of all, Rajdeep, some kind of changes are possible in Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha election. Because naturally Vidhan Sabha election becomes too local. Too many factors do come. But the larger purport of BJP cruising towards a comfortable majority in Jharkhand and doing exceptionally well in Jammu and Kashmir is evident. The second point, I quite see you would have been happier had we been able to win certain seats in Valley. I have myself been travelling to Jammu and Kashmir in the last 3 years because of party work. The ground rule of Jammu and Kashmir politics has changed. I knew it was going to be a great voting. I knew that the people are talking a different language, getting swayed away from separatist and all. But what is a matter of assurance for me, Rajdeep, for you and Manini both, that if we got good number of candidates who campaign effectively, if Amit Shah could address a public meeting in Sopore, the hotbed of terrorism, if we could travel in the valley, if Modi ji could hold a big rally for the first time of 30 years in Jammu, in Srinagar, where Bharat Mata ki Jai and Har Har Modi slogans were there, where our Muslim candidates proudly flaunted India's extraordinary role in everything. What is wrong with that? That shows the changing mood of Jammu and Kashmir, also the valley.
I wonder whether the mood of your friend and old sparring partner Mani Shankar Iyer, who's in the studio, has changed listening to you. Mani Shankar Iyer, respond to your old friend Ravi Shankar Prasad. You don't get too many chances now to take him on, but he's saying that look at the positives. He's saying that there is a mood change in the valley, is how he's pointing out, which you're not willing to consider.
I'm looking at 26 plus 17. And I don't think at all there's been a mood change in the valley. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this situation where they've doubled their share of the vote from 1.3% to 2.3%. I mean, they are nowhere in the picture in the valley. They are nowhere within the mindset of 150 million Muslims of India. It is only when the BJP becomes a secular party, which is almost impossible.
Who has to reach out? The Muslims have to reach out to the BJP? Or are you saying that the BJP has to...
The BJP has to reach out to a large section of our population that do not belong to either, who do not belong to the Hindu religion, or who, being in the Hindu religion, wish to see a composite country of every religion.
And then I'll get Ravi Shankar to respond.
No, I think what Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad said is very right, that we have to see the larger picture, and the fact that, they crossed and went into the valley. But the results, I think it should disappoint them deeply, because they were doing an experiment. Out of these 23 seats, if, say, it had been 13 in Jammu and 10 in the valley, it would have been a very interesting result.
You're expecting the BJP to scale Mount Everest in 2040.
I'm sorry,
They've already scaled Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi, every mountain.
But now they're kind of slipping down from Kanchenjunga.
No, they're somewhere in the Shivaliks.
No, they're not in the Shivaliks.
No, not Shivaliks.
They are in the Shivaliks as far as Kashmir is concerned.
He made a very telling point.
For a party which has got 44 seats in parliament, they don't have to tell us where we are. What is more important?
I used to cover the BJP when there were 2 seats in parliament, and we still respect them.
We have also come a long way.
One point. What Mr. Prasad said, that's very significant. He said, shouldn't we rejoice at the fact that in the valley people were saying Har Har Modi and Bharat Mata Ki Jai? The very fact that these slogans can be, Har Har Modi can be alienating. Vajpayee's Insaniyat is much more, will resonate much more than a kind of Har Har Modi, which is a very triumphant Hindutva slogan.
Will you respond to that, sir, Ravi Shankar ji?
I'm sorry to say, Madani, I have great respect for you. You completely misunderstood what I said.
Yes.
We never raised that. Some of the supporters, they are Muslims, raised that. I'm not saying that is our credo.
Yeah,
Please,
but
don't.
that itself can alienate, I'm saying.
Please, don't misunderstand me.
You don't carry this into such an extent.
No.
That when a Muslim says Narendra Modi, it doesn't mean that he is alienating
Narendra Modi was
one minute.
That is what Ravi Shankar Prasad is saying. The fact that we could put up candidates in Valley, the fact that we could put up posters in Valley, the fact that we could challenge.
You run this country.
The fact
you are the ruling party of this country.
BJP
Prime Minister goes with a whole entourage of security people. I mean, that's...
even that could not have been done for a time. The fact that this acceptance has come up.
Yes.
This is the change. This is the change that is taking place.
Just a minute. Let's get this. Shabnam Lone joining us from Srinagar and Ravi Shankar Prasad still with us. Yes, go ahead, Ravi Shankar ji. Respond to that.
Rajdeep, I'm try to understand.
Yes.
I'm sorry the distinguished panelists are picking me unnecessarily.
Yes.
I only indicated a changing mood.
Yes.
BJP, the Prime Minister said clearly, stands by Insaniyat, articulated by Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
Yes.
Insaniyat means respect for all.
Yes.
The accession of Jammu and Kashmir is not negotiable.
Yes.
It means respect for all. If army was in the wrong, army apologized and took remedial measures. That also happened. Insaniyat means the Prime Minister rushing to Kashmir a number of times, giving assistance by the armed forces and others in the flood-ravaged people. When the Algawadi were completely absent, Pakistani-sponsored terrorists were completely absent. When I say an Insaniyat does not mean killing of the people, reckless violence.
Shabnam Lone respond.
I'm amazed. Mandani does not take notice of that. Mandani does not take notice of that.
Yes.
And once I mention casually as to what happened there, says
No, I would have loved it if the people of the Valley had voted for you then.
1 minute. Shabnam Lone respond to Ravi Shankar Prasad saying that the Prime Minister is also standing for Insaniyat. The PDP, which now has a chance possibly to tie up with the BJP, had earlier tied up with Vajpayee. Why should you not tie up with Narendra Modi? Does he also not, according to Ravi Shankar Prasad, represent Insaniyat of a kind?
Rajdeep, I would be very surprised when the BJP ties up with the PDP.
Yes.
The reason being that when Mr. Amit Shah came to the Valley, he led a very resurgent and strident attack against both the families, using the words that ये दो family जो है इन्होंने लूटा है.
We must apologize first of all. The super should we have a wrong super going on.
How they would have a
we are supering you as a Hurriyat leader, which is wrong. So go ahead, but.
That's my misfortune, Rajdeep. I don't know why this keeps on happening most of the time.
Yeah, but go ahead. Respond to what Ravi Shankar Prasad is saying.
I would be really very interested. It would be very interesting to know on what basis the BJP now would have a truck with the PDP when Mr. Amit Shah led this strident attack in Luteru ne loota hai, and it is a fact. Some of these families actively helped by the governments in Delhi.
But you need a government.
Really run
but you need a government, ma'am.
And yes.
Please look at that.
Yes.
No, that is what I'm saying. I would be very interested how they would form up
Mission 44 has been accomplished by us.
I would make one more important point, Rajdeep.
Yes.
The fact is that many people are saying that this is an election in which you had so much participation.
Yes.
Let me say in 2008 too, we had so much participation.
Yes.
But there is one very important point that needs to be made.
Yes.
With these 87 members in the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, do you think that these 87 members will bring that elusive summer of content? When we have had 67 summers of discontent in Kashmir, my answer is no.
My answer to you, my question to you and others, is this an opportunity for the BJP to also reach out to you and for you to reach out to the BJP? That's the point I'm making. If they, for the PDP and the BJP to reach out to each other.
I would make it a classification.
Yes.
Mr. Narendra Modi.
Yes.
Is a very blazing orator. He connects so well with the masses.
Yes.
And his best USP is that even as a common person, even I'm able to identify with him. He doesn't have a royal background. He is a master storyteller. He sells the Gujarat success dream, and all of us want to believe him that he can make these dreams come true for other people. But Mr. Narendra Modi has a very severe problem. The problem is not his opponents outside, but he seems to have lot of opponents in the BJP.